Welcome back
Welcome
to
back.
another episode of yours truly, Trisha. I have your favorite person here.
Hey, hey. The
We
money maker.
Wow. Okay.
Jeez.
Today we're talking about managing the household as working parents.
Oof. Okay.
We
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead. Sorry.
I mean, right now we're very lucky. We have very flexible schedules.
What is that thing?
We have very flexible schedules. We both work from home.
For the most part, I work from home. Yeah. Yeah.
And I think we have a really good balance of.
But you don't like when I go into the office.
I do. It's hard for.
She gives it to me.
No, I think
Totally do.
I think we have a good balance between career and parenting, and I think like I said, we're very blessed to be able to have the flexibility to work from home
Yeah.
and manage our schedules. So we are so lucky that we get to pick up our girls from school and also drop them off for school. That we're available to take them to extracurricular
Yeah.
activities after school.
I love taking them to and from school. I don't know why. It's like a break in the day.
Nice. But it's really
a great
nice
break.
to be able to do that. And I think, at home we manage it really nicely. Like I used to do way more cleaning, but I clean. I like to clean. I like to wash dishes. I find it very therapeutic. Emil's the cook, as we all know. He's very proud. And I manage a lot of the finance. I actually manage all the finances in the household. And
She does.
I also keep our
adults. She
family
adults.
calendar in check.
No, I add to it.
He doesn't
I
add
add
to
my stuff to it, but she adds all the.
He has
kid
no
stuff.
idea when we have get-togethers, family parties.
If it's in the calendar, I
dinners.
do. Yeah, I think the
He barely
calendar,
checks, but you don't sync your work calendar,
the
so it doesn't make it.
You don't want to see my work calendar. My work calendar's crazy. It wouldn't. It would be a mirage of stuff in there. Like,
But let's just talk about how we make it work, and I think you nailed it on the head. Like having a family calendar where if I add you into it, then at least he knows, and the whole family's aware. Actually, Harper is also aware of what's happening in the calendar because she plays soccer so often that we need to have all her practices and games in the calendar. So I think a family calendar is so key.
yep.
I think constant reminders, which I do all the time.
Constant reminders. Yes. It's not nagging whatsoever, but it is no. It's constant reminders, and they're friendly reminders. I don't take offense to any of them. It just keeps me in line. And then I feed her. And
Okay.
I clean. I clean as well.
And I think we should also just talk about how we nurture our relationship through the chaos of parenting and juggling our career. And that one's actually quite easy because I think we're good at dedicating time to date nights.
We do date nights. We do date nights.
But we've never left for an overnight stay. But we do regular date nights, which are important to us.
Yes, we do. And we sometimes get into shows. So we watch shows together.
Sometimes
And we
it's
cuddle.
rare.
Cuddle. It's not very rare. I think
And
when we
also-
get into a show, right?
Yes. And we also, I think, we don't feel bad for asking for a sitter to come. And
Well, we're blessed to have that opportunity or that
option.
option to have a sitter. And
think
give us
that's-
that release,
And I think also living in the city helps too, that we can, and it doesn't sound like a date, but we drop the kids off at school and then we'll often go to a coffee shop and sit. And our rule of thumb is, if we're going to buy a coffee, we have to sit for at least 5 minutes. So we buy a coffee and we sit and we talk. Could be a Monday morning, a Wednesday, and there are date nights. And we also, when you're in the office, I go to your office and I have lunch with him. So that's also a date.
You do, yeah. No, you do date, and I like those little impromptu meetings. It's quite cute, and I don't know if you notice I've got a perma smile when you come see me.
And then I don't.
But
know.
you don't notice. You don't look at me. I need a facial apparently. But there's also times that we do go out as well, separately, see our friends, whatever. But at the end of the night, we kind of meet up and we come home
We
together.
try that, yes.
We try. And I think we try, depending on where location-wise. If we're both downtown, then we do meet up, right?
Yeah, which is, I think, really nice because
Unless I go for Chinese food.
Unless he goes to Chinese food. But
Love
I
Chinese
have a
food.
rule, no Chinese food after midnight. So there
It's
you
not
go.
my rule.
Raising independent and responsible children. So how do we do that together? I think, we really are. I think we try to be on the same page when it comes to that. I think I'm way more patient.
It's a work in progress.
With Harper, and she's a tween now, and lots of emotions and
lots of
hormones,
emotions.
So
I come from a family of all boys, and man, emotions. Not used to all this stuff, so it's honestly difficult. And I'm like, I sometimes just sit here and ask, like what's happening? What's happening? But you're quick to like educate me, like, she's just going through emotions, like hormones, and I'm like, I don't think guys have hormones. Like, we're like, what are we doing? Like, what's happening here? Well, let's go out and just like kick a ball or like just punch something or something. Like, it's weird, but the emotions are real.
But nonetheless, we are on the same page when it comes to raising independent, responsible girls. The girls do have chores that they need to do through the house, and they also
they have a strong role model in you, I think, and I think that really helps because they see you working. I think you're a boss. You're my boss. You're always like, health is always like, super key, and in your life, and you're eating healthy, you're working out. They see that, and it's a direct correlation. We know that the girls are going to be active.
I think it's important that the girls see that we also have our own lives, and that we have that we're dedicated to our work, that we have good, strong work ethic. And I think, like you said, the girls see that, and they want to do that too. And also, like, just on the whole topic of working out and taking care of ourselves, when we do that, the girls know that that we're doing that because we have to take care of ourselves first. And I think they really see that.
Yeah.
And it's important for them to know that that's a priority. And I think that's a good segue into the next topic, which is self-care and strategies for self-care. And for me, and I say this often, is that I schedule, it's like non-negotiable for me to my workout happens in the morning, and I schedule it into my calendar as if like it's a meeting with a client. I don't skip it. Also, I commit to daily meditations and journaling. Harper's also now doing that often too. So I think we have to commit as for ourselves.
Yeah.
To self-care and making time for us, also with our friends. And
my self-care is my team sports, right? I really thrive in those situations and environments.
But we also encourage each other and support each other. So yes, like sometimes he plays soccer late at night, and I support that. And Emil supports me going out with my girlfriends. He supports me going to work out. Yeah, so I think we have a good balance.
Getting your whole back tattoo.
It's a topic for another day. I will explain one day my back tattoo, the cover-up of the cover-up, double cover-up.
It was this small at one point.
Got this big, and now this big. It just keeps growing.
This big, but it really was this
Every
big.
decade, I like add to it. And one day, next episode, maybe not next, but I'll explain the significance of my back tattoo.
Yes, that'd be interesting.
Thank you so much for listening.
Thank you. See ya.